Hi, I'm Alice Carter-Champion and I'm doing a PhD project on younger dryas and terrestrial and marine variability within them. So the younger dryas was a cold event during the last glacial interglacial transition where temperatures ranged from -25 in the winter to up to 12 degrees in the summer around northwestern Europe. It was initially thought that this stadial was just cold and then there was rapid warming on the onset of the Holocene. However, a paper proposed by Bakker et al. In 2009 suggested that you could actually see a phase transition from a very stable, dry and cold environment to a much more variable and flickering one based on work done in Croconus. This is really what I'm going to be testing as part of my PhD, through a reconstruction of the polar front that may have come down really far south during the stadial. So I'm going to use a complex of marine sites to reconstruct this polar front and then augment that with several selected terrestrial sites in the UK and potentially in Norway to try and tie in what the landscape response is like to this reconstruction of the polar front. Tying that all together will be my tephra work, which will be locating the Vedde ash, which was an eruption of the Katla volcano in Iceland that fell at around 12,100 years ago, which has been found across much of northwestern Europe. You can see its extent just here. So that will keep me quite busy in the labs, hopefully.
Tephra preparation involves a lot of sieving, followed by density separation to extract the tephra, which is then mounted onto either a slide or a stub for counting or for geochemical analysis. Also going to be making thin sections, which will help me identify microfeatures and hopefully any changes in the paleohydrology of the basins in question. As you can see, there are also several stages to this processing. In order to constrain marine variability and the fluctuations of the polar front throughout the stadial, I'm going to be calculating percent pachyderma, which is an indicator species for the polar front and should give me information on potential sites in which I can study further for sea ice variability. However, it's not all lab work. This was footage from a preliminary investigation for a site in Scotland, which should have a full late glacial sequence and may offer a high altitude site to add to the literature.
So, that's a little bit about my project. I'm right at the beginning of it still, so it might change a little bit as I go on, but I'm really open to learning new skills and techniques, and thank you for watching.